Hey, what's up, Randy? This is a long-awaited demo video for you I'm going to do a singular master chassis demo video, but I've actually got 14 of these done right now. As I mentioned later on in the video, the 15th one is waiting for Rick to resend me one of the brass pieces that had to get reprinted, and that's on its way to me right now. So let's go over my desk and take a look at these. Hey, good afternoon, Randy. We are going to go over one of the 15 master chassis that I did for you for these OWKs. I did 14 of them right now. I can't do the 15th one until Rick resends me one of the brass parts that he had to have reprinted, and it's my understanding that's on the way to me right now with some other pieces that I ordered for him, or I ordered from him for other projects. So right now I have 14 of these completely done. 13 of them boxed up. I'll box up this 14th one and we can talk about when you want me to send these. All right, but from the outside, this is what we've got. They are running shadow foil props lit PCBs in the emitter. They're all 2-button setups, so power being here, auxiliary being here, that will be on the same on all of them. One thing I did do on this one, but I didn't do on the rest because I didn't have a bunch of grub screws and they didn't come with it. But when you take these out to load up your own config, you guys will need to slide this clamp card off, come in here and put a little grub screw right there where that hole is. You don't even have to move anything, just put it in there with an Allen wrench, and that is for a clocking mechanism for the master chassis. All right, so you'll need to do that on 14 of the 15. All right, but to get to the chassis, you just want to come over here. You can unscrew the booster section and the pommel together. All right, so we'll take this off, slide this off. Some of them will be tighter than others. Right here, the chassis might come out with it. That's okay. We'll put this off to the side and then just carefully pull your chassis out. Once you take this out, they're all identical. All right, so this is kind of what we're looking like right here. Battery compartment right here. You can pop your battery out. I got this tool right here. Lego removal tool or whatever tool you have at your disposal. But that is the battery compartment right there, with the leaf spring being over here next to your switches, so negative side next to your switches. All right, put this back in. This is your board cover. So your 2 switches are right here, your 2 tactile switches. If you took this off, it's on magnets. You've got access to your board right there. Running, I think I said it already, but just running one sound font from Kyberphonic, an Obiwan sound font. I will send you the config file that I used for all of these, so that way you can hand them off to whoever does your configs. All right, there's a lot of exposed wiring that goes on with these switches here, so every one of them I hid all the wiring with a piece of electrical tape there. 1, so it's not an eyesore, and 2, so we don't get anything that's grounding out. All right, so you just slap that back on there and it stays on there when you're not using it. Coming down here, you've got your crystal chamber, so you can open this up if you like. It's just held on with 2 magnets here and here. You've got a rotating piece right here that you'll see here in a second. OLED screen, kill switch, 28mm speaker that you provided. You provided all the parts. I just put these together for you. So we'll come over here and flip this on. All right, so you got your OLED screen working. You can see your crystal pulsing. And we've got 2 different 10-pixel accent strips on all of them. So here and here, and of course these 2 are wired in unison, going back and forth there. All right, we can turn it on from here. That's when you'll see your rotating piece. Your LED strips over here ramp up a little bit. Different animation for your OLED screen. Your lit PCB here. So this particular Saber has 2 sets of shadow foil props lit PCBs. You've got one here, of course, and then you've got one in the emitter. Now that grub screw that I told you to put in the control box right here, that rides in this channel. So you don't have to put it too much into the ID of the handle, just a little bit so it rides in there. That way when we put this Saber, or this chassis in the Saber, make sure that you're putting it in to where these switches are right underneath these plungers. You'll get to about right here and you'll feel that grub screw catch into that socket. So now it's not going to turn, and it keeps these switches aligned with the plungers. All right, so you can just come over here, go like that, take this piece, screw it on all the way, hit power. Now you've got power up here in your emitter, right? Auxiliary. Twist off. One thing that you will want to take note of is the blade socket. These 89 Sabers brand blade sockets are pretty notorious for being very tight on a blade. This one not so bad for me. I'm just going to hold it in there, but this guy is my test blade and it has been through it. I've done some sanding to it. It's been in and out of a bunch of different Sabers. You can just see how it's pretty beat up, so it's pretty worn in and it fits in here fine. Where like if I tried to use like a newer 1-inch blade, it'd be pretty, it's already pretty tight in there. All right, so just take mind of that. I will hold the blade in there for now to show you that it fires up. All right. So it lights up a blade fine. All 14 of these that have been done have been tested as soon as they were done. I mean, actually they were tested quite a bit while I was building them. A full build log could be found on my Facebook page because I did pretty much daily updates until I had them all done. But when you're done, you can leave it in here if you like. Just come over here and flip the kill switch. So we'll turn it on. And then you could flip the kill switch from here and never even have to take it out. All right, I'll put that back on. That is basically how you work these things, and I'm sure you know that already, but I like to go over them anyway. So this times 14 is what I've got for you right now. Let me know what you'd like for me to do, and thank you for having me do this for you.